One of the world's oldest civilizations, Iran is one of the oldest continuous civilizations on Earth. Human settlement and organized culture there go back thousands of years. Ancient Persia helped shape the history of the entire region. An empire bigger than most people realize, the Achaemenid Empire was one of the largest empires in ancient history. At its peak, it ruled a massive share of the world's population. It stretched from parts of Europe to the borders of India. Many people confuse Iran with Arab nations, but Iranians are not Arabs. Their main language is Persian, or Farsi, which is an Indo-European language. Iran has its own distinct ethnic, linguistic, and historical identity. A revolution changed the entire country in 1979. The Iranian Revolution overthrew the monarchy. The country transformed from a pro-Western monarchy into an Islamic republic. Since then, religious authority has held enormous political power. There was a morality police force for years. Iran's morality police became infamous for enforcing dress codes and public behavior rules. Women could be stopped over how they wore their hijab or clothes. This became one of the most controversial symbols of state control. Apostasy can be treated as a deadly crime. Leaving Islam in Iran has long been treated as an extremely dangerous act. In some cases, under interpretations of Islamic law, it can carry the death penalty. Even when not formally enforced, the threat itself is chilling. The internet is heavily censored. Many major websites and platforms have been blocked in Iran. Social media, video platforms, and news sources are often restricted or filtered. Millions of Iranians still try to bypass this with VPNs and other tools. Alcohol is illegal for most people in Iran. Producing, selling, or drinking it can bring severe punishment. Despite that, black market alcohol still exists and sometimes causes deadly poisonings. Nose jobs became a status symbol. Iran is famous for having one of the highest rates of rhinoplasty in the world. Cosmetic nose surgery became so common that post-surgery bandages turned into a strange prestige symbol. Some people even reportedly wore bandages without surgery to imitate the look. Dancing can be treated as a crime, especially involving women in media, has faced strict restrictions. Videos of dancing have sometimes led to arrests or public punishment. Something ordinary in many countries can become a serious issue there. Public executions have taken place. Iran has been one of the few countries known for carrying out executions in public spaces. Hangings have at times been performed before crowds. The public nature of these punishments shocks much of the world. Flogging is still part of punishment. Iran's legal system has included corporal punishments such as flogging. These punishments have been used for offenses involving morality, alcohol, or public conduct. The fact that whipping still exists in modern law is disturbing to many outsiders. Women were banned from many stadiums for years. Women were barred from attending many men's sporting events, especially football matches. Authorities justified it with religious and moral arguments. The ban became a global symbol of gender discrimination. Some women protested with unimaginable desperation in some tragic cases. Women facing intense social pressure or repression resorted to self-immolation. These acts exposed the depth of despair some felt under rigid systems. They remain among the darkest stories linked to modern Iran. A huge brain drain has taken place. Iran has lost large numbers of highly educated professionals to immigration. Doctors, engineers, academics, and entrepreneurs have left for Europe, North America, and elsewhere. This has deeply affected the country's development. Its nuclear program alarms the world. Iran has insisted its nuclear program is for peaceful purposes. Many foreign governments have feared it could be used to develop nuclear weapons. That tension has shaped global diplomacy for years. The Revolutionary Guard is more than a military force. Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps is not just a branch of the military. It has major political, economic, and intelligence influence inside and outside the country. In many ways, it acts like a state within a state. The Iran-Iraq War was unimaginably brutal. From 1980 to 1988, Iran fought a devastating war with Iraq. Hundreds of thousands died, and entire communities were shattered. The trauma of that war still shapes Iranian society today. During the Iran-Iraq War, there were reports of very young volunteers being sent into dangerous areas. Some accounts claim children were used in wave attacks or mine-clearing missions. Whether remembered as propaganda or reality, the stories remain horrifying. Iran has built a domestic space program and launched satellites. That surprises people who only associate the country with conflict and sanctions. It shows a highly complex country that is far more technologically capable than many assume. Iran has long been famous for luxury caviar from the Caspian Sea region. The finest varieties can cost astonishing amounts of money. It is a bizarre contrast in a country also struggling with sanctions and inflation. Despite strict laws, underground parties happen in private homes. Alcohol, dancing, Western music, and mixed-gender gatherings can all take place in secret. A police raid can turn a party into a nightmare. Iran has had a secretive heavy metal and rock scene despite restrictions. Some musicians rehearse, record, and perform in hiding. The contrast between strict religious law and underground metal culture is striking. Iranian women are often extremely well educated and have achieved high levels in universities. In some academic settings, they have even outnumbered men. Yet legal and social restrictions still sharply limit their freedom. Women in Iran have been required to wear hijab in public. This rule also applies to foreign visitors. A piece of fabric can become a matter of law, punishment, and political rebellion. Iranians are widely known for being extraordinarily warm and generous to guests. Visitors are often treated with surprising kindness, tea, and food. This human warmth can feel shocking compared with the country's harsh political image. Iranian culture includes a form of elaborate politeness called tarif. People may refuse money, offer things they do not literally expect you to accept, or insist repeatedly out of courtesy. To outsiders, it can feel like a social mind game. Iran's handmade carpets are among the most admired in the world. Some take years to create and are valued like masterpieces. In many homes, a carpet is not just decoration but heritage. In some parts of Iran, keeping dogs has been criticized as a Western habit. Authorities and conservative figures have sometimes targeted dog ownership in public. It is strange to outsiders that a pet can become an ideological issue. Iran has been one of the world's leading pistachio producers. These nuts are not just snacks but a serious export product. Something so ordinary plays a surprisingly big role in national economics. Nowruz, the Persian New Year, is celebrated on the spring equinox. It is a pre-Islamic tradition more than 3,000 years old. The holiday survives as a powerful reminder that Iran's identity is older than the Islamic Republic. For years, satellite TV dishes were officially illegal or heavily restricted. Authorities feared foreign influence and uncensored media. Even so, rooftops across cities often filled with dishes anyway. Iran sits on some of the largest energy reserves in the world. On paper, that should make it incredibly wealthy. In reality, sanctions, corruption, and mismanagement have kept many ordinary people under pressure. Tehran is a giant megacity with severe traffic congestion and pollution. Daily life there can be exhausting and chaotic. The capital is a symbol of both Iran's modernity and its dysfunction. Authorities have criticized or banned certain Western hairstyles for men. Barbers could be pressured over what cuts they gave. Even hair could become a battleground over ideology. Many foreign films have been censored or banned in Iran, yet pirated movies and unofficial access have long kept global entertainment alive. The state tries to control culture, but culture keeps leaking in. Western-style open dating has often been frowned upon or restricted. Young people still meet, flirt, and form relationships, but often more discreetly. Romance becomes much more dramatic when privacy is dangerous. In Shia Islam, there is a concept called temporary marriage, sometimes lasting a very short time or much longer. Supporters see it as religiously valid, while critics view it as deeply exploitative. To many outsiders, the idea sounds astonishing. Zoroastrianism, one of the world's oldest known religions, emerged in ancient Persia. It influenced later religious traditions in major ways. Its survival in Iran today is a reminder of the country's ancient spiritual roots. Celebrations like Valentine's Day or Halloween have sometimes been condemned by authorities. They are seen by some conservatives as signs of Western cultural invasion. Still, many young Iranians celebrate them anyway. Iran has frequently ranked among the countries with the most executions. Some of these cases have involved drug crimes or political charges. Human rights groups have repeatedly condemned the scale of capital punishment. Unlike in some countries in the region, women in Iran have long been allowed to drive. On the surface, that seems normal and progressive, but driving rights do not erase broader legal and social inequalities. Iranian internet culture includes a sharp, dark, and often brilliant meme scene. Humor is sometimes used to cope with censorship, inflation, hypocrisy, and fear. In repressive systems, jokes can become quiet rebellion. because of subsidies. Gasoline in Iran has at times been extremely cheap compared with much of the world. That sounds great, but it has also encouraged waste, smuggling, and economic distortion. Cheap fuel came with a hidden national cost. Iran has developed a significant drone industry, including military drones. These systems have drawn international attention and controversy. A sanctioned country managed to become a serious player in modern unmanned warfare. Iran contains underground settlements, such as the city of Nushabad. These hidden spaces were built for defense and survival centuries ago. The idea of entire communities beneath the earth sounds almost unreal. Iran's landscape includes enormous deserts like Dashti Kavir. Some areas are brutally hot, dry, and nearly uninhabitable. The country contains both rich civilization and punishing emptiness. Iranian food is one of the oldest culinary traditions in the world. It blends herbs, fruits, rice, meat, saffron, and sour-sweet flavors in elegant ways. Many people are shocked by how sophisticated and subtle it is. In many Iranian cities, shared taxis are a routine part of life. Strangers ride together along semi-fixed routes to save money and time. For outsiders, the system can feel chaotic but strangely efficient. Iran can feel modern and medieval at the same time. It has poets, scientists, artists, strict clerics, underground parties, state repression, and extraordinary hospitality all in one place. That mix of beauty and fear is exactly what makes it so unforgettable.